I was gonna play some music, but then I was sort of indecisive, so I'm just gonna start.
Okay.
So it's just gonna sort of.
I'm looking at a video of a cat with 2 faces.
Oh shit! There's a cat with 2 faces.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but it showed him as an adult.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. Well, there's the fucking intro. So hang on a minute. Actually, I need to fade out. Hang on. Like those radio presenters, and then fade up from the volume. And then obviously I make my grand entrance. What the fuck? Oh, you're not laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing.
Okay, thank Christ. I was gonna.
Dude, I'm laughing at the So it showed the cat actually grown.
Shit, I need to see this.
He's jumping around. wait.
How long did it live?
I think it's still alive. This was posted this year.
Huh.
There was one that lived for like 10 years.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be working on Basil. He's a character from the book. You haven't seen him. He's new, and he's almost finished, but he isn't quite finished. He still needs a few things here and there, namely his cane. Basil has a cane made from the spine of an unfortunate fucker, with the tongue as the wrist cord, and obviously the skull as the pummel. So I'm gonna try that. Nice Demon Queen spent $2.99 sending a gift or a little thing saying, "How's it going?" Well, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty fine. Thank you. Any super chats go towards rendering, because rendering is almost as expensive as the gas bills have gotten, which go up again in April, by the way, Carmen.
Yay.
So look forward to that. Right. So anyway. So yeah, I'll give you guys the go around. So obviously we have Basil here. He's about 9 feet. He works for Fontaine with his partner Teaser. In the book, they're quite the interesting pair. Basil himself likes to hang out chains and find silk from his pockets in order to lure in little thieves. And then once he kills them, he wears their bones on his fingers. So he's an interesting guy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the quality down here a bit so I can actually move him around, and then we'll set about. Did I turn that off or on? Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of cloth simulation going on here, as I'm sure you can tell. So I'm going to turn that off. Essentially, these aren't sculpted this way. It's they start out like that. That's how they're modeled, and then if you run the animation through, they'll relax into a more natural position. It's how I do Celia's hair and Lucy's cravat and so forth. So in order to actually get to work on this, we're going to have to turn these off, because otherwise there will be a lot of lag. I don't think that's actually... There you go, yeah. This as well. Rendered. Hang on a minute. This might blow up my computer, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, there we go. There he is. Can I turn the I'm sure there was a denoising. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's better. So this is how he looks in the rendered viewport. He's green. Chocolary Pop, $5. I'm curious, is teaser inspired off the Cheshire Cat? No, shit, what was teaser? No, not the Cheshire Cat. There was, although Basil originally it was Basil and Bark. It was two male characters, and they were at the very beginning when I was like 15. They were called Basil and Bark, and then it became Basil and Teaser when I started writing the book, because I thought like having a sort of a couple of of these two little fuckers working together would be quite interesting. But I can't remember the root anymore. I think Basil was loosely based off Stephen Merchant. No, like because obviously I used to listen to a lot of the Ricky Gervais show, and so a sort of tall, lanky, streak of green, sort of. And there you go. That's I'm just trying to work my way through this YouTube thing here at the moment, because it's running. It's sending me a bunch of things. Fuck me. I'll get working in a bit here. Hang on. I'm trying to set up like another screen on my iPad so I can see what's actually happening while I work. Oh, $30 maddening music. You are very inspirational. You inspired me to get to work on my own projects. I love your work. Well, thank you. That's not well. That's very sweet to hear. That's all. It's always nice when the shit you do isn't entirely shit, and from the trash there's some treasure. You see, Carmen. Carmen's just nodding. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. And then Draconic Sparkle. Here is something for the rendering. Very excited for this character to come to life. If you don't mind a random question, may I ask, what are your and Carmen's favourite songs? Carmen! Why don't you tell the class here what your favourite song is, Carmen?
I don't think people need to know what I'll listen to.
What's one of your What's one of your favourite songs, Carmen? What's one of your favourite songs? Give them.
Pizzatron 3000 from Club Penguin.
The fuck is that?
Club Penguin.
Carmen said Pizzatron 5000.
No, 3000.
Oh, fucking sorry. Pizzatron 3000.
You uncultured swine.
Fuck me, I'm so sorry. I got that wrong.
Man.
Well, there you have it. Pizzatron 3000. As for one of my favorite songs, I don't know. What is one of my favorite songs? Well, obviously the stuff that my dad does is Moans. Is always good. Fuck, this file's a mess. Okay. First step, we're gonna clean this up. As you can see, we got a lot of collections. Oh yeah, I think I work from a base of Somber, so I'll have to change that to Basil. If you've got something similarly shaped to what you're aiming for, always start with that. Okay, let's. Fuck me. All right. Before we finish Basil, we gotta clean up his file, because everything is a bit. When I make things, it's always see, Lockett's armature was obviously what I started the base from for his bone structure, so we'll change that to Basil arm. I don't think that's needed anymore, and I don't think that's needed anymore. We got the bones in this layer, so let's move this rig over to a file called rig. And there we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. As for the cloth simulations, let's move them into a nice file called cloth. There we go. Forgot about this one here. And if I'm not mistaken, if we turn this off now, turn on the rig, things should start to move a little bit more smoothly. Yeah, okay. Still got a bit of stuff to clean up here, which we can blame on the bottles. So, turn the rig off. Bottles. And then take that off. Okay. What else? We got his hair. Basil has a sort of nice slick back look. But that can just sort of stay where it is. It's not doing any harm. What am I missing here? I need to keep an eye on the chat as well. We're talking about Club Penguin NFTs, Carmen.
Fuck yeah.
So what do you mean, fuck yeah?
You're a monkey.
Monkey? What are you talking about?
You're the little monkey.
What monkey?
The little shitty monkey.
Oh.
NFTs.
No, I said they're talking about Club Penguin NFTs.
Is Club Penguin making NFTs?
That's what they're talking about.
Fuck. Hold on.
What?
A collection of 3,333 lost penguins finally found on the Ethereum blockchain. Reveal will begin in 4 to 6 hours after sellout. Man,
What? It's not that bad, Carmen.
my night's been ruined.
At least Club Penguin's still around. You're gonna get yourself a Club Penguin NFT, Carmen? Don't cry, Carmen. It's okay. Yeah, I need to move this to the set. Don't know what the fuck this is, so I'll delete that and then move the rest to Basil. And there we go, boom. Everything is cleaned up, so we'll put Basil at the top. Put his cloth there. Bones, bottles, rig's here. He's got a little. I think some of the cloth simulation is still. Oh, I know what it is. It's fucking. I'm an idiot. I need to delete the bakes. Hang on. Cloth. There we go. Right. Take you. Delete bake. Take you. Delete bake. Take you. Delete bake. Right. Okay, right. I'm going to. Okay, hang on. Wait, let me. Shit, hang on. Let me close this out. Hang on. File. We'll bring Basil back in a second. General settings. Basil. Did that work? Huh. For some reason, there's a lot of lag whenever I try to move Basil, and I'm not sure why.
It's probably because of NDS.
Oh shit! Actually, that's a good point. Oh well, fuck it. Let's just begin. So anyway, we'll move into a rest position here. Turn the rig off, and we'll start here. Okay, so two pounds from the Wanderer. How long did it take to get a good grip on Blender? Fuck, let's think. So when did I start? I started when I was 16. So when did I start to get a good grip on it? I don't know, like I think 3 years if you actually stick to it is fine. I think if you stick to something you know, for any amount of time, you sort of get a decent grasp on it. Within my first year, I was able to make a sort of shitty model of a character with fur and hair and cloth simulation and the basic stuff. After 2 years, I was able to make a shitty character and a set. So, you know, progress there of a kind. After, I think when I started Satellite City, I think it was going on 4, 5, 6 years maybe. I don't know. It's a process. You'll get there. Sort of basic sort of shape like that. What are you getting on with, Carmen?
Working on a commission for Poland.
Nice.
I'm gonna get the flat colors done to send it to them.
Carmen showed me Pee-wee's Big Adventure yesterday.
That's such a good film.
Well, when you look at it from through the apertures of a horror film, yeah. It's an interesting one.
It's better than fucking Monkey Bone.
I don't know. I still don't know what the fuck Monkey Bone was.
Or shit. I was gonna say the film that Erica showed us the other day, but I fell asleep during it, so I can't really give an opinion.
What was that?
I was gonna say it's better than the film.
Oh shit! That was, what was it? Captain. Wait, no, it was like Space Pirate, Captain Harlock.
Yeah, I fell asleep during that.
Well, you didn't watch Captain Harlock, the Space Pirate, Carmen. I'm looking at references for a spine. Where the fuck is my phone? Okay, hang on. Def Shepherd. US $5. Will the stream be saved to watch later? I don't delete my streams. They're just sort of me working on things. They're not public, obviously, because I don't want to spam my channel. But you know, if you just save the link, then you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, at the end of the stream, do you want to do like a Discord link since some people are asking about it?
Oh, what the fuck? Well, I might as well do that now.
No, I want to work on this commission.
Oh, well, you're worried about the influx of people.
Yeah.
Is that it, Carmen?
Yeah.
Scared?
Maybe.
You scared, Carmen?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I am too. Where the fuck is everything?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking. I'm trying to get the references I had for the segment of a spine, for the cross section of a spine. I had them here somewhere. Have you ever heard of the anime? I'm gonna fucking butcher that name. You would love it. I don't watch anime.
I know if it is. I know what it is only because there was this one guy who wanted me to. He commissioned me to draw his character emergent from one of the costumes, and then everyone made fun of me calling it Vor.
Oh, is that the thing that you did with the Vor?
Fuck you.
Oh, I remember that.
It was like the living costumes
Okay.
or whatever. I know nothing about it.
Well, Carmen, that's okay.
Pain. I
watched one anime once, and it was called Paprika. and I had no fucking idea what was happening from the beginning to the end. And then my brother mentioned Attack on Titan like once, and showed me a clip of it, and I was confused. And that's my entire knowledge of anime summarized. I cannot read what that says. Smooth. And then there's like a little thing that comes up here. Loop, cut and slide that. Right, here we go. If ever you want to remember what the skeleton does, just remember spam. Support, posture, anchorage, movement. Spam.
I should buy some spam.
What was that, Carmen?
I might buy spam or something.
No, Carmen. No, I was. No, Carmen. I was Carmen. But Carmen.
Yummy.
But Carmen, I was teaching them about. I was teaching them about how the skeleton. I was teaching the skeleton facts, Carmen. Conkles.
I saw your modeling. I just looked back, but I looked back at this.
I mean,
and I just kind of.
I'm just sort of making like a very what?
I said I was looking at the stream and then I just looked up at your computer.
I mean, I'm just sort of making a very basic segment of a spinal column to sort of go up this. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be extraordinarily detailed. It just needs to be relatively okay. So at a glance, it looks like it makes some sort of sense. Yes. Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
It's emerging.
Okay. And then this part here sort of comes out. Why am I moving? Why am I using the move tools instead of the hotkeys? I don't know. People think I'm an expert in Blender, but I'm not. I didn't even know what retopology was until someone told me like literally a few months ago.
I like it.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, so how do you do retopology?" And I was like, "What the fuck is retopology?" And I said, "What the fuck, Sam? You've been doing Blender for what, fucking 8 years? How do you not know what retopology is?" And I said, I just do my own thing. People need to understand that I just make shit up as I go along. I'm not an expert in Blender. I just don't do it. What's interesting though is that the person that told me about retopology no longer does retopology, because I said that you can. Well, I mean, the way I do it is I start off with a very sort of simple mesh, which is what you have here, And then you have multi-resolution with all these settings on. And so the reason people, I think the reason they do retopology is so they can move things around without it lagging. But just turn the settings off. So this you know, I mean, obviously it's a bit laggy because I'm streaming. But if this, you know, when I animate, I animate at, you know, full frame, all the frames per second that are available. And all the details like the fur and the you know, and the multi-resolution mesh and all that stuff, I just turn them off. Oh yeah, for those who have joined, this is Basil. He needs a spine cane, which is why I'm modeling a very rough thing here. What was that, Carmen? You laughing at me, Carmen?
I'm gonna make some coffee soon. You want any tea?
I've got tea. I've got a big tankard of tea, Carmen.
You want more tea?
Yes, please, Carmen. I'd like more tea.
I will. You're gonna do the sleeve. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Right, well, I need to rotate this. So, the upshot of it is, if anyone wants any advice on Blender, I'm not your man. I'm actually amazed that I'm even capable of animation, because I'm, you know, I genuinely have no passion in the field of animation whatsoever. If someone said to me, "Hey Sam, do you want to be an animator?" I'd say, fuck no. But it is a useful way of bringing your ideas to life. So, you know, it's a useful way of projecting what's in your brain onto the screen, and so that's where I find its utility there. But animation itself just doesn't interest me. What inspires my art? Storytelling. I like to make things. I like to write. Of course, I didn't really get into writing until much later, which, you know, sort of shows in Satellite City. But I sort of consider that a big crash course for me. And then over the course of the you know, a good chunk of years, I was able to somewhat build enough basic skills in order to put a book together. And then even then, it's taken several. The August Few, which is my first book about the characters, has taken several drafts. Draft 1, which I finished last year, almost exactly a year ago, was just like, it was basically me telling the story to myself, just a mess, really. But it was, you know, the vision was there. I'm now on draft 4, which essentially means I've rewritten it 4 times since then. When I say rewrite, I don't mean like from scratch. Yeah. I don't mean like I've completely torn it up. There's a draft 4 has been the most radical one so far. It's the final draft before I would go forward with the publishing, and that's basically after I took a break for a few months. I came back to it and I read it through, and I was like, okay, right, I can see the issues now. So that's where I sort of commenced to.
I was gonna see if you had tea.
I have tea, Carmen.
I'm gonna make some coffee.
Don't fall down the stairs, Carmen. And more importantly, don't fall up the stairs, because I still remember the time that you did that.
Die.
What? You tell me to die? What?
Please.
My favorite tea is PG Tips / Taifu. Or at least that's the one that we get most of the time. Alright, so okay. Move that aside for now. Move that to the spine. Okay. Alright. Move back to Basil. Okay. canvas size. Excuse me. Okay, now if I was to just give me a second. Move on to the next one here. Hang on a second. Okay. Oh shit, $100 from Dragoon Cone. 2 questions, if you don't mind. If you don't like animation, what's keeping you going on it? And number 2, what characters of yours do you dislike personally? Well, I have no passion for animation in the sense that the animation process itself, while, you know, fun, doesn't inspire fulfillment in me in and of itself. Like, if you were to give me a job at Disney animating films, I would be bored out of my fucking brain, because the idea, if it's not something that I've thought of, it's boring. So animation isn't fulfilling for me. Thanks for the commission, by the way. I'll definitely be putting that towards the shenanigans of Basil and Teaser. As for your second question, to expand on the first question a bit more, oh god, let's get into some Sam lore here. When I was a kid, I wanted to make films. That was my dream. There's a family video of me fucking somewhere, standing up in front of a school assembly saying, I want to make movies with explosions and, you know, all sorts of shit. So that extended into a passion for cinematography. I wanted to be a cameraman. I was obsessed in, you know, just getting behind the camera, because I thought, well, obviously that's where the magic is. Then I realized that, oh no, it's not the cameraman that does all the good stuff. It's the actors. They get to experience all the magic stuff. That's all the good. That's where all the real shit is. Then I realized. So then I sort of wanted to be an actor. That was short-lived because of my fucking severe lack of acting talent.
Are you gonna reenact?
Carmen Carmiggles. You know, if I would touch your cheek with the glove, and if I were but a hand upon that glove, so that I may touch of that sweet cheek.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, then it became animation, because I realised that it wasn't the cameraman and it wasn't the actors, it was the animators. They're the ones that get to make all the creative stuff. But then I was wrong again, and that's when I finally decided that it was the writers. They're the people who get to tell the story, who get to create everything, and that sort of that. So yeah. Chocolary Pop. Will First Night still happen? Yes, it will eventually. I've just been working on. I've just been working on this book for the most part. It's a process. I thought I would have more time than I do. Essentially, that's what it comes down to. Just being too busy for things.
Pause time.
Oh yeah, fuck me. I'd pause time in a fucking heartbeat. Get everything done and then. What?
Click with Adam Sandler.
I've seen Click.
Well, I haven't.
What? You want to watch Click?
Yes, with Adam Sandler, where he pauses time.
It's an okay film. I mean,
You're not selling it for me.
well, I mean, let's think. What happens in Click?
Adam Sandler
He
gets a remote.
he gets a remote control, fast forwards his life, and dies.
It has a 34 on Rotten Tomatoes.
34.
That's from critics. I don't know what the.
All in all,
the
we're
audience
just
said it's like 83.
another brick in the wall. Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Tell you what. Before I continue with this, let me conduct a little experiment here. Right. Wait. I should probably bring teaser into 3. Teaser. Oh fuck. Okay, no, hang on, wait. No, I didn't forget the second question. I'm just trying to figure this. Okay, so it's not that. Okay, so if I. Okay, whatever. As for the second question, what characters of yours do I dislike personally? I mean, in what sense? Which character's personality would I detest if they existed in real life, or which of my characters do I think is objectively the least interesting? I feel like Fleischer is probably the least interesting now, because when I was doing Satellite City, he was sort of the he was the everyman. He was the only one with a semblance of normality. He was the only one that wasn't an insane cunt. However, when I started writing the book, I injected a lot more humanity into all of the characters, made them a lot more complex. Lucy, I think, has undergone the most significant drastic change, because she went from crazy, goofy Lucy that spits out her own teeth and, bit of an edgelord, to a genuinely vulnerable character. And so Fleischer's role wasn't as special anymore, because now he wasn't the only one with that sense of morality that all the other characters were sort of elevated to. And because Fleischer also didn't have that sense of weirdness to begin with, there was less to build on. So I think Fleischer's probably, in my opinion, the least interesting. So yeah. Right, what was I doing? We'll give that a break for a second here. I'm still trying to fucking figure this out.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to... There's something lagging the shit out of the thing with Basil, and I'm not sure what it is. I don't think it's the stream, because it seems to run fine on other parts.
Maybe you can like set priority.
Maybe, hang on. I'm not sure. It's weird. I'm gonna switch over to another character in a second here, though. Just so it makes for something a bit more interesting. Right, well, I'm gonna do that. Hang on a minute. I'll switch to... I'll just switch back to this. In the meantime, hi Locket. You just... I'll just go here. There you go. Fucking thrilling. Right, save that. I remember watching The Wall for the first time as a kid. Although it wasn't the film, it was like the stage thing. And the headmaster puppet that came down with the big fucking lights scared the fucking shit out of me.
They did a play of it.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And then they have like the wall comes down at the end, but like they have like a thing where they throw like a dummy off the wall to like ah! And I thought one of the musicians actually fucking died. I just looked at my dad like, was that supposed to happen? Obviously, looking back, it's pretty obvious.
That it did.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Everyone's asking for the Discord link, Carmen.
Okay.
Can't.
Let me tell the staff.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'll send a Discord. I'll send a new Discord link here now. Hang on a minute. Wait, hang on a minute. So if I do...
Do it in the announcements or in the rules or something.
What, sorry?
Actually, no. Do it in the welcome chat.
What?
Like, make sure the link is directed to the like.
How do I do that?
Go to the welcome chat, then generate a link.
Oh. 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 Okay, so I click this button.
Yeah. If you want, I could do it.
No, Carmen. Well, I'm the one who's got to put it in the stream, Carmen. So, you know, Carmen. Okay, I think I got it right. Fuck me. Edit. Okay, I'm changing out the Discord link. Enjoy. Okay, Sky, Bridget Rain. Great to see you streaming again, Sam. Can't wait for the book release. Also, can't wait for more videos. Well, on that topic, the book is in the final draft now. We are getting to work on illustrations, and I've already made contact with the publisher. And not a publishing house. Fuck me. There's nothing worse than getting your book published by people who take the rights, because then it's not even yours anymore and you have no creative control. And then what's the point?
Oh Jesus Christ! I just looked at the welcome chat and it's like ink stick
What? Oh.
I'm just gonna casually delete some of these messages so people don't automatically know what things need to be answered so they actually read the rules.
Oh shit! Hang on. Oh wait, hang on. I'm gonna look at the Wanderers thing now. Hang on, wait. Fuck.
What?
Yeah. Do you think Lucy has become oversaturated? Oversaturated. Do you mean in terms of a color scheme or in terms of?
Character.
In terms of her
I
character?
don't think they mean color.
No, they might. They might. You see.
Just turn
You
grayscale.
see. You know. The saturation of Lucy could mean. Could.
Fuck off.
Excuse me, Carmen.
It's like just like scale the saturation all the way down.
Jesus. Yeah. No. I don't know. Lucy's sort of the one of the main protagonists of the book. So naturally, there's a lot on her, and also she's the most recognizable character from my channel. Because she features in the most popular videos, which at the end of the day is just down to what people watch. There's animation tests of, I mean, at this point there's a plethora of animation tests across the spectrum of my characters, and Lucy always seems to draw in most of the eyes. So you know, it just depends on what people want. Of course, you know, there's a special attachment to Lucy on this channel in particular because it was a video of hers that got the channel big, and so I do the annual Lucy Lacemaker animation test every year just because it's sort of fun. Yeah, shit, hang on a minute. What computer do I use? I use an Apex 2 from Box Technologies. Where the specs of which I have no fucking idea. But if I press a button on it, a light comes on, it goes, you know, and then I get to work. It goes,
Wait, do that again. Sounds like a phone vibrating.
Yeah, honestly, in school, you'd go, you know, the teacher would be talking like, you know, spectroscopy, and then you go, Did I? Right, I've got to fucking go on.
What I was gonna say, back in high school, I showed that video, or no, not that video. I showed a video of like, it was a Filthy Frank video, and I was showing it to one of my sister's friends, Delia. She was a grade ahead of me, and she was able to replicate the sound perfectly.
Damn.
And our band director got pissed.
Oh fuck! I remember this time we were in school and it was in maths and we had Mr. Salmon, and he was a bit of a wet lettuce. I'm actually short. Hang on a minute. Yeah. When was this? Hang on. If I was, yeah, I need to look up school years again. Yeah, God, it must have been in year 10, year 10, I think. But I went round to the whole class beforehand and said, "Listen, guys, when the hand of the clock hits 12 exactly, everyone's got to cough exactly," and everyone passed it around the class, and so towards the end it was getting closer and everyone was looking around to each other just like, oh fuck, are we all gonna do it? I think we were doing Pythagoras theorem, and then it was in the last 10 seconds, you know, Mr. Salmon was getting to the crux of his explanation, and then it hits 12 and the entire fucking class just goes
That made me jump.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's what happened. And then obviously after that, anyone who coughed got sent out because he thought it was part of a gag. So, you know, you can imagine my dismay when I genuinely went, and he goes, right, Sam, out. It was such a fucking injustice.
Is the link in the description the updated one?
It should be.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you just said you had a massive...
Well, yeah, but somebody just DM'd me and was just like, oh, wait, never mind, it's been settled. They were just like, they DM'd me. I was just like, did you guys give a link? I was like, but Sam just posted one. I'll just do that. I did it.
Nice. I was fucking Yami, Lord of Shadows, Carmen said that they thought their phone was going off, so I'll take that as a compliment.
You did it.
The you know the person in the chat that keeps going on about the wall,
Yeah.
sent me a DM of this person sort of doing this, saying, "It's me. Leave your wife."
Let me see this. Damn. How am I supposed to compete with that? She's wearing all white.
Yeah, I know. Look at you, Carmen. You wearing
I'm wearing.
no, come on.
I just took a
show the
shower.
class. You wearing a BMO. What is that? A BMO Game Over shirt?
Yeah, and
Wow.
some pajama pants.
Wow,
So
Carmen.
I just took
Did you just
a
fucking
shower.
whip live on live? Did you just whip again? Out. That's it now. 3 strikes and you're out. You're done. You're finished.
Man, I can't believe what's just happened to me. I'm so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. They yeah. Well, fucking enticing. Do I like chess? Yeah. I like chess. I like spherical chess the best though.
What the hell is spherical?
Spherical chess, Carmen.
What is it?
You play it on a sphere.
What?
Spherical chess. It's like it's an orb, and then you move the pieces around the orb. And the goal is to take over the orb. But it's not squares. It's small. You look it up. Look it up. It's real. Spherical chess.
What the hell? No, I'm looking it up. I see that it's real.
See, told you. It's with magnets. Thought I was joking.
That's fucking cool, though.
I actually wasn't aware that was a real thing, but it turns out that it is. So I'm just gonna pretend that I knew
What are you
that.
whispering?
Nothing.
I can't.
Spherical chess was always a thing.
I can't hear you from this distance. I don't have my headphones in. My little earbuds.
Wow. This yeah. This stream devolved. Stop fucking whipping, Carmen. What is that? Oh. Jesus.
Culture.
Fucking culture. God. I'll show you culture, Karen. Oh yeah, this is a tankard. It was from a friend called Erica.
She made Mystique.
Erica made Mystique. Yeah. Erica's an interesting person. You see, Erica really likes monkeys, and so when Godzilla vs King Kong, now obviously King Kong is an ape, but everyone calls him a monkey because it's just the fucking way things are. So when Godzilla vs King Kong came out, Erica was obviously like, "Oh, but Godzilla is monkey. He's gonna win." Sorry, I mean, King Kong is monkey. He's gonna win, and we were like, "No, he's gonna fucking lose, Erica." The film came out, and he got fucking stomped, and so we said unto Erica, "Monkey lost," which became something of a meme. So whenever Erica does anything remotely wrong, and when I say wrong, I mean she'll sneeze. And then it's just monkey lost. Monkey lost.
I think Godzilla versus character.
Like a year, yeah. Nice Demon Queen sent $4.99. Say, what the fuck does that say? There's an animated thing. Hang on, I'm trying to. What the fuck?
What?
I can't read that. It says something one. Well, I'll take that in the spirit. I'm sure it was intended. Thank you very much. Homemade budgies, whose work is amazing, by the way.
Oh, it says number 1.
Oh, said hell yeah, dude. Say my message in a goofy voice. Okay, I'll do that.
Hello. Hell yeah, dude. Say my message in a goofy voice.
That's not really goofy, is it? That's kind of unsettling, isn't it? I've always wanted to introduce myself to a complete stranger as
Paul Parker. A completely different personality.
and then over the course of like 10 years, like they will know me as Paul, and then just one day, just like, what the fuck, I'm not Paul, and they're like, what? I'm like, I'm Sam, and just like the whole friendship was a lie, you know. That's when I'm. How do you know that I'm not doing that to you right now, Common? How do you know that I'm not actually Paul and that Sam is not real?
That's the case. I think I like this fantasy thing. All I'm thinking of. I
Yeah.
know one case where the Paul thing could work. Or used to be able to work.
Yeah. Yeah, go on, Common.
No, I was gonna say 2009 Christian era.
Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, and fuck me, another $100 from Dragon Cone. Jesus Christ. Gonna fucking fund the next animation test entirely. Thank you very much. I did question what Fleischer and Heisenfleisch's purpose would be. Purpose was in the series, besides Peacemaker, and was a confused child. Will their roles and personalities change majorly, or will the change be minor in the book? Well, Heisenfleich, or Heisen as she's now known, retains a lot of her sort of childlike wonder and innocence of the world. Heisenfleich did have that sort of going for her, and I do like that sort of awestruck. Having characters view the Kivawak in all its strangeness through the apertures of either ignorance or curiosity or youth is an interesting angle. So Heisenfleisch is largely the same. Fleischer is a bit more aggressive, a bit more, you know, venomous. In no way an unpleasant character, you know, but he's a bit more how would you say?
Snake.
Well, I wouldn't say he's.
I would.
He's it's got an aura of pomposity about him. I suppose he didn't have before. You know, I think he's more interesting now, certainly for that. Are you looking for more voice actors I could try out? Sky Bridget Rain. Eventually, inevitably, I mean, yeah. Compared to Satellite City, there are fucking far more characters in the book. And I do want to do adaptations and animate scenes once the book is out. So inevitably I will need voices for that. And obviously there's the book trailer coming that I've got to do. But yeah. I mean, it's going. Damn. Yeah. I'll let people know if there are any characters up for grabs. First thing I really want to do is get this is get the book out.
We do like little animated clips of
Erica Osete. Can I voice a character, Sam? Well, Erica, think of the world like a monkey, right? You know, and the world right now is sort of lost, right? So in it, well, I guess what I'm trying to say, Erica, is that if the world is like a big monkey, then yeah, Erica, you can voice a character. You can do that. I don't have a Patreon. No. I made one for like a month and then felt so shit about it that I had to delete it. There's just something that I personally don't like about receiving money every month without, I suppose, doing something for it. See, at least when I do commissions, I'm making a model. At least when I stream, I'm, answering questions, engaging, doing things. Although I would recommend not sending too much for your questions. I wish there was a way to cap it. There might be, but I'm not sure. And when I'm doing merchandise, obviously, I'm paying to have it made and then selling it, and but Patreon, I don't know. I think there's something quite, I don't know. It just doesn't meld well with me. Plus, there's a lot of people told me that there ends up being this lofty expectation to constantly, update things, which I would agree with, because obviously people are paying for it like a subscription magazine, and on top of everything else I have to do, it would just be too stressful to maintain that. I like the idea of just posting when I want to post, streaming when I want to stream, and if I need money, I'll order a new batch of merchandise, or I'll open some commissions and do it that way. Commissions, how do you get one? Is there a waiting list? Yeah, I've got commissions open right now. If you go to my Twitter page, which is just @Sam Fenner, you can find it, I think, through my channel.
I'm gonna post your Twitter in the chat.
Oh.
That's my Twitter.
Well, I make character models in the style. Oh yeah, well, I'll make your character as a CGI construct, and produce 5 rendered poses in whatever poses I suppose you want, and then I can also animate that as well, which I'm gonna open animated commissions further down the line. But there's my Twitter. I do actually currently have commissions open, so if you're interested, then reply to my tweet about the commissions with a character ref, and then I'll DM you, and the price depends on the complexity, and if you want an animation, again, it depends on how long it is and so forth. But yeah. The fuck saying I look tired? Who the fuck? Huh?
Are you excited, Sam?
No?
I am.
That's always a thing on my streams. People always say he looks so depressed, and it's just me thinking like there's a saying, right? A wise man says nothing when he has nothing to say. So in the periods where I'm thinking about what to say next, and I'm just sat here like this, silence is better than filling it. Like, the empty vessels make the most noise. So when I'm like this, I'm not contemplating, my place within the universe and how fucked we all are. I'm just thinking. For Earwolf, it's okay. It's they're like, oh no, I'm sorry. It's fine. No, I'm fine. I'm just. It's just the way I am, you know. Look, you know, look at me. I'm a happy guy. You know. I'm chill. I'm fine. I'm completely relaxed right now. Just. But anyway, yeah. So, gotta put myself in this weird orb again.
Wait, what?
What?
What did you say?
The orb in which I'm situated. The orb, Carmen. I'm in the orb. Look.
I see that. Yeah, I just looked at the your stream.
I'm in the. I'm. You know.
Oh no. See, it's lagging, so it just sort of showed you throwing it around.
Yeah.
And now you're large. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh wait, you were looking. Okay, I thought you were adjusting it in OBS. Just like.
Oh God. Well, what else? Now my Discord mods are asking me why I'm making them suffer for posting the Discord link. I'm sorry, Carmen. I'm so sorry.
Are you though?
I apologize.
No, Sam.
I'm so sorry.
It's not that simple.
I'm so sorry. I've gone and done it again. Same old story. I've gone and done it again. When will it end?
Beautiful. Beautiful tunes.
Yeah. Hang on a minute, wait.
What?
Lady Lorana. What comment? I'll like hyper focus on one thing someone says and then make it my mission to find out whatever it is they were gonna say. Now I can't find it.
What was it?
I don't know, but I'm searching for it. What if I just did this? Yeah, I don't know. Lorana, what say? Say it. Oh, here we go. We're gonna find out what Lady Lorana was going to say. We're gonna find at last. Okay. I wish I had even half of the talent you do. The models and flow of movements of the characters throughout Satellite City as well as the music videos is phenomenal. I have a story of my own I have been working on and then stopped. I already know my main plot points and the direction I want to go in my head. I've seen it as far as it's already on the silver screen. I see. Right. Well, Thank you. Thank you very much. You've got a plot. The best thing to do is establish a thread, a skeleton on which to hang the complicated details. Complexity isn't a thing that you can just spew out and just say, there you go, it's done. If you try and write a complex story from beginning to end, it'll fuck up because you're juggling too much. Start with a simple thread. What do you want the essence of the story to be? What's the point? As you write, naturally, organically, you'll come up with ideas on how to connect certain things to other things. You'll establish threads. You'll make a note of those threads, and you'll put them in a very rudimentary form in the first draft. Once you finish the first draft, you'll feel very proud. You'll read it through, and you'll think, shit, this needs some work. That's when you go to the later drafts, and the more you draft it up, the more you layer in the details, the more complex it becomes, the more refined it becomes, and then you end up with a complex, interesting story that feels like it has organically evolved and makes sense, rather than a load of shite that you just sort of went straight in with. Start with something simple. What is the through line? What's the point? And then build on that. That's how everything evolves. From animals to economy, culture. It always starts off simple, and complexity is something that organically, works its way in. You don't just start off with something complex. And if you do, it's a mess. Well, and there you go, Lady Lorana. A message lost to the four winds, to the ocean.
You found it.
And then we found it. How do you balance your descriptive writing style with believable dialogue? I've had that issue for a while and wanted to know how you do it. Well, it's just bring things up when they're relevant, it's I don't know. I'm not really sure. It's not really my place to tell anyone how to write their story. When I was writing the August View, I purposefully avoided a lot of tutorials and lectures on how to write a book, because after watching one or two or three, before I started, a lot of them had the same things with this fucking circle, the hero's journey, and where to do things, and how to do this, and how to do that, and how a character must be introduced, and I just thought, well, if you're making a cake, and you all have the same ingredients and the same recipe, you'll end up with the same fucking cake. And that's not going to make for a very interesting story. It'll sound like a lot of other things that have been made, but it's not going to be yours. So
I've noticed with a lot of media, a lot of stories tend to have the same cookie.
they're all the same fucking thing.
It's just different packaging.
When I wrote the August View, I wanted it to be completely mine, completely new, and so whatever the hell I did on the first draft was completely uninformed by other people's stories. It was just mine. And then afterwards, I was able to take it back, ice it up, and end up with my very own cake. I think it's a paradox for people to go to other writers and say, well, how did you write your story? Take notes. This is how you do it. Because, well, that's how they did it. But you might have a completely different way of doing it. That's, and and that, and your way of doing it might be better, you know. But just because a famous writer didn't do it, you might not then do that because you didn't see someone else do it, which means you're then robbing the world of something that could potentially be brilliant.
Just sprint to your book.
God. Yeah, well, there's one thing that I've learned while writing my book is that the thing that makes, before you ask yourself, you know, if your story should be, I don't know, it's complicated. Before busying yourself with the technicalities on how you're going to tell your story, ask yourself, what's the point of telling your story? You know? And I can only speak to what the point of telling my story is, but you might have something completely different in mind. Oh, here we go. Caitlin Fogarty. Okay. When you first started out, how did you start to build an audience and fan base of Satellite City and the August View? Fuck if I know. I can't believe Satellite City ever fucking got off the fucking ground. I look back to the earlier episodes of that and think, Jesus. But I guess people saw something. I think what people saw in Satellite City was just a guy having fun, which is exactly what it was. Satellite City towards the end became so fucking funny to me. The fucking Don't Panic episode, the Yellow Flowers episode, the pumpkin shit, all that stuff. I think it was just a lot of fun. Goodbye, Four-Ear Wolf. And yeah, and I don't think it's any more than that. I don't think Satellite City did anything that great, to be honest. The characters were sort of like Lucy's the crazy one, Winifred's the mysterious one, Heisenplay's the innocent one, Dalton's the asshole one, Ludwig's the grumpy one, and it was just sort of basic shit. Remember when I said that complex stuff starts simple? Well, that was my simple. That was Satellite City. It was just fun. It wasn't this great masterpiece of. I think it's rooted something that could now maybe mean something. I think the August View genuinely is something that. Well, no, the August View is genuinely something that I think is great. I think is enjoyable. I'm proud of it as a story, as a collection of characters, as a presentation of ideas, as a complex piece of content. Satellite City wasn't that. It was the beginning of that. So how to build your audience? Just sort of start, I guess, is the only advice I can give. Just begin. You know, and maybe people will come and see it if you do it right. I guess Satellite City just did something right. I personally think the thing that Satellite City did the best was the dry humor. I think it was just so unapologetically fucking dark. You know that it just sort of worked. The fact that it never really took itself too seriously, at least after the first few episodes, it just sort of, I don't know. Yeah.
Graham's mentioning Sus Lucy.
Sus Lucy.
Yeah.
Well, my work will continue. It's just it will continue in the book. You know, it's just not going to continue in Satellite City is the thing. You know. That's all it is. You know, it's just not going to continue in the manner that you might be used to. And I think that's fine. The August View isn't... Yeah, the August... Right. The August View, the synopsis, what the sort of book is tonally, is that it's set before the Big Bang, in a sort of universal construct called the Kivawak, and the animals that have evolved there are completely bizarre, born upon chaos and all sorts of crazy shit. And then one of them decided to stop being rude animals and try their hand at civilization. And the book takes place in this city called the Underbirth, and it sort of details the struggle of these animals as they try to be civilized and balance that with their nature. And it follows multiple characters through multiple apertures, of that sort of layout. The city itself is built on natural, cultural, industrial selection, a brutal society where if you fail, you're fucked, you're nothing. But if you succeed, you are unhindered. You are free to rise to the very top. And it sort of follows a few characters through that sort of world, and it's mostly a presentation of different ideas. Do you live with me, Carmen?
Yeah.
Are you in the same room as me?
Someone's asking if we collab, and I'm just like, yeah.
Do we collab, Carmen?
Can we collab, Sam?
I don't know, Carmen.
Can we collab?
Oh.
Can we?
Essentially, the culture in the book is based on absolute objective truth. Lockett, who's the character right here, there we go, fucking mirrored. Lockett, who is the creator of the culture, who is the prime figure, the leader of this society, has based her society on only objective truths. She believes that things like morality are subjective, and are only defined by the individual, and that a culture needs to be built upon solid structures like fact, things that are mathematical and true. And so her entire society is based on the concept of natural selection. If an idea is introduced, it is then tested. If it is accepted, then it succeeds. If it fails, well, then it is allowed to fall. There is no upliftment. There is no forced equality or redistribution of resources. It is just everyone is born with nothing, no rights. The children in the world are called fowlers. They're literally eaten. It's a harsh city. But because it's built on objective truths and not morality, it's extraordinarily advanced. The clothes they wear, the technology they wield, the lives they live are brimming with purpose, except it's, to a human being, it's absolutely terrifying to live in a world like that, with that sort of pressure. And the conflict in the book revolves around that. Maybe some don't want to be the best possible version of themselves. Maybe some just want to be left alone in peace. Maybe some need more support. Maybe there are groups that want to that want morality and kindness to be legislated, that want protections. Lockett won't abide by that, because in her mind, something subjective is dangerous. Something like morality, because you could have one leader with a certain moral code who then legislates their personal individual beliefs, makes it law, and then someone else comes along with their own moral code, and then the laws change around that. So to Lockett, subjectivity is the death of government, and it is best left to the individual. So, that's the sort of world. What's going on? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Probably gonna call it there for now. What was that, Carmen? You think you can just say that to me? Yeah. There's a good line actually at the beginning which summarizes it. I think it's from chapter 1. It's where Lucy is overseeing the chop shop. It's after A Quiet Place. Yeah, I think this summarizes it pretty good. This is part 8 of chapter 1, which says, youths in the Kivawak were not instinctively treated with respect or love, for they had not yet proven their lives to be of any worth through societal contribution. For this reason, and as a way of keeping natural selection pressures robust, the Kivawakians ate of foolish young, granting function to those careless enough to be thwarted and captured. Those who did live to maturity were the strongest and brightest of their generation. The Kivawakians were true to nature's will, and nature is objective, without mercy. The reason Lockett City followed this principle was likely due to its roots in chaos. They had seen what incompetence led to, and after suffering under the shadow of Freyda's ineptitude, powered by size alone, they sought never to return to such anarchy. To a Kivik mind, incompetence led to bad ideas. If unchecked, those bad ideas would lead to the acceptance of more incompetent individuals. The problem multiplies exponentially. Before long, suffering would be abundant, idiotic principles would reign, and these principles would be held in place by the sheer number of idiots who thought them wise to begin with. Not wanting an outcome even close to that, the Kivawakians of the underbirth did not nurture idiocy, illness, or incompetence. They ended it, and they ended it young. So, that's a little extract from chapter 1, where, the context is Lucy is sort of from a rooftop looking down at a chop shop, which is where they fucking, eat things. So yeah. Do 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 do. Blood hole. Few fire regulations. I need to get back up to where I was up to. Oh. They don't. It's not about destroying future generations. It's just about testing them. It's sort of like how the sickly bird in the nest will be forced out by the others. Chapter you can't read any of it just yet because it's not out. I'm still working on it, but If illness is considered incompetent, does the fact that it is natural rather than bred from the mind cause argument amongst the characters? You could argue that that is a large part of what the book is about. It's a good question. Maddening music. Me again. Have you ever heard or seen anime music before? I have not. I'm not sure what that is.
What?
Anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I think that was fine. I would have done a bit more work on Basil, except it was sort of lagging out a bit, and I don't know why. I'll have to solve that, but I didn't want to do it on stream in case it freezed up the foot. Yeah, I don't know what that was because it was working before. Anyway, right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
I'm gonna finish these flags.
Oh, is that Colin?
I am going
Huh?
to finish these flags.
You
up
think you can?
for Hunter of Poland. Lizard Man.
You think you can just fucking say that to me? Oh, Ashley, go on. Send. I want to. Let's see what Ashley has to say. Let's see what Ashley has to say. It's important. Huh? Yes, the question. The question from Ashley. You did join at the end, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
This is when they leave.
Yeah. I just want to see what Ashley has to say. I need to know. I need to know. What the fuck? Make it good. Yeah, seriously. Pressure's on now. It's the last question of the fucking stream. Come on. Come on.
All eyes are
God. What is it? Ashley. Fuck. Sweater Christ. Oh, here we go. In my dream, Lucy tried not to make eye contact with me. What does that mean in her behavior? Well, Lucy Lacemaker is
a lazy eye.
well, she's a student of psychology. So, if she's not making eye contact, then it might either be due to her binocular disorder, or it might be because she's lying to you. It depends on what she does typically. If she makes eye contact with you and then suddenly breaks eye contact, then that is a breaking congruency, which is typically the sign of a lie. The way to find out if someone's lying is to establish congruency and... Wait, hang on a minute. Oh, wait, they might have more. They said, I'm Tirjigal.
What?
Ashley said I'm Tirjigal. T-Y...
Typing?
Yeah, maybe. Homemade budgies. I'll close it out with a joke. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Joke time. Joke time. What's the difference between a cubic vessel and a piñata? You don't need to hit it. A vessel to make it burst open. Damn. That's the best joke I ever saw.
Thanks, Budgie.
That's the best joke I ever seen.
I fucking love Budgie.
That's the
man.
best joke.
Budgies is cool. Just don't even make them birthday, right? Happy belated birthday, Budgies.
Oh, wait, what?
Their birthday was like 2 days
Oh,
ago.
yeah, happy birthday. Of course. Okay, alright, well, Right, well, anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys with one last nugget of wisdom, right? Okay? This is my final nugget of wisdom for you guys, alright? Stop. Just fucking stop. It's too late. There's no way back.